Welcome back to the show. I'm the Beer Adventurer.
And I'm Lunchbox.
And on this episode, hey man, you ever had a 1,000-year-old beer?
No.
Okay, so I got something from, and it tells me how to pronounce it, Weihenstephan.
I'm Stefan.
Yes. So this is the world's oldest brewery. They have been brewed in Bavaria, Germany since 1040.
They've been brewing beer for 1,000 years.
Yeah. Okay, this is the Helles.
1,000-year-old beer.
Now, I got this box, and it came with the half-liter mug and a 16.9 ounce beer. And I actually got more than one because I wanted another mug and I wanted another beer.
And this is a Helles style?
Yes, I'm
that off to the
big
side.
fan of the Helles style lagers.
So that's a lager. It's not going to be very heavy.
No.
I didn't see an actual content on it, but if it's a Helles, if it's a lager, it's probably not more than 5.
I think this one's right in there, that 5, maybe a low 6, probably a 5. Let's give one to the studio audience.
It has a pretty color.
Yes, it pours a nice head. It stays around for a little bit on what I would normally say something this light does. Let me see if it says, yeah, 4.8.
A really clean smell for a lager. It's like really, there's not a whole lot of
distraction. I've said that, as weird as it sounds, a lot of the German beers tend to be like the day drinkers. Mm-hmm. Like they're not way overpowering.
No.
They're not super alcoholic. They're like, hey, I had a beer with lunch, you know?
Oh, that's nice. That's bright without being too crisp.
Right? I would say there's a lot more flavors going on in something this light than you would really expect.
There is.
That's kind of why I like the Helles.
It's very complex. It unfolds. But nothing is very robust, so it's not like nothing stands out too hard.
Also, nothing steps on anything else.
It's true.
I had this first at a German restaurant, beer garden in Daytona, and they normally had it on, like, in bottles, but they had it on draft one weekend, and the guy was like, hey, you want to try this on draft? And I was like, oh, and he goes, let me just get you a little, and they had these little glasses like this, and he pours me like half one, like probably about this much right here, for me to try, and I'm just like, yes, I will have a pint of that. And like, I like most things better on draft, but this one, I never find this anywhere else on draft ever.
Right.
But that's how he got me to get it, and I got where I would get these pretty often.
So after a millennia of making beer, I would say they have it down pat. That is a damn fine beer, well crafted.
Yeah, it's
bright but not too crisp, full flavored without being too robust. Nothing really stands out or walks all over anything else.
I think it goes really well with like food. Mm-hmm. There's enough oomph to stand up to some things, but
something crunchy, something fried.
Wiener Schnitzel, which for folks in the United States, basically chicken fried steak. Yeah. It goes awesome, with bratwurst. Like, this is like
I could do that.
Super duper with bratwurst. But I've done a couple of beers from this company. And so far, everything I've done from them, which, I mean, I guess you kind of just, it'd be one of those things like, that's too long to be doing this to just rest on, well, they've always done it, so I'll still keep drinking it. No, you've actually got to make really good beer to last
1,000
rapidly
years.
approaching 1,000 years of making beer.
I'm gonna give it to them. It's 1,000 years. You've been making beer for
because hey, what the Probably whoever was making that beer before was making it before they had the license. Just saying. Yeah.
I'm sure. Is this an unlicensed brewery? Well, yeah, it's 1040 AD.
I have a sneaking suspicion that these guys are part of who, like, started the German purity laws, or had something to do with that.
Over the years, they saw the imposters coming in trying to steal their thunder, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
No, we do it the right way. The pure way.
Well,
the purity way. Here's your laws.
It's just really, really good. It tastes simple, but I think anything that tastes this simple and this clean is probably a complete pain in the neck to get right all the time, because there's nothing that you can cover up any
to be perfect.
Oops. And if you guys are enjoying this beer half as much as if you're enjoying the video half as much as we're enjoying the beer, hit me with the like. Really appreciate it. Consider subscribing. We do this 3 times a week, and I'll see what I can find to put down there in the description. You're also going to see all my social media, all my links. You can even find a link to my merch store. Hey, this was one of the shirts I designed and put in there. If you buy it, I'll get some money, and I'll just buy more beer with it. I promise.
You got to go in the comments, though.
Yeah.
And tell us, what is your favorite 1,000 year... Okay, so you probably don't know that many thousand... Old beers. Just old beers. Give us some old beers. Something that's been around since...
A long time.
Since the numbers changed, in the first 2 numbers. Yeah. Changed.
We were actually talking about it, and we've been... Right now, as of the filming of this, we're calling, like, those old beers, like, you know, like Hams, and, like, the beers from... the early 1900s and stuff. I'm calling those legacy beers right now.
Yeah.
I think that's a good name. I think Carissa came up with that one. But, you know.
Strohs.
Yeah. You know, that kind of stuff. Like the things that your grandfather and great-grandfather drank.
Speaking of, I found a Falstaff bottle.
Rad. Well, so let's get down to it. You know. Did you dig it? I did. I think it's good.
I really did.
She says yes. Would you have another?
Absolutely.
I'm going to. I have another one right here. The thing about this is I don't really know how hard these are to find. Like I bought these last night in Nashville.
Okay.
At a decent liquor store. And I mean, I've been to a lot of liquor stores that have, or beer stores that have a good selection of European beers. And this is one of the main breweries that I find.
Okay.
But, you know, you're not really going to go into too many convenience stores and find this. So.
Oh, probably not.
It's not, like, easy to find, but it's not super, super hard.
Okay. You have to go to the professionals.
Right. So, let's just say, on my scale of 1 to 10, 1's lowest, 10's the highest.
I'm at like an 8 on it. I really want to give it 7.5, but you don't do the half, so this will go up to 8. I'll round up to an 8.
I think
it's a damn good beer.
I think it's about an 8 for me because I mean, plus like I paid just at a little less than $5. So I mean, I'm paying $5 for a pint. I'm gonna pay $5 for a pint of swill. And this one, I really just
comes to glass.
I really just think it's nice. So, to your next beer adventure.
Cheers.